So we're going to work on installing some Hercules hooks onto a couple of different kinds of boards. The two main kinds that we're going to have are insert style Hercules hooks, meaning that there's no holes in the bottom of the snowboard, or a through insert Hercules hook setup, where you insert the screws through the bottom of the board. So to get started, the first thing that we need to do is make sure that we have Loctite on all of our screws. As you can see here, all we need is this tiny little bit of blue. We don't need to cover the whole screw. So to install some Hercules hooks on our board with an insert style, we're going to use some Loctite, a T25 driver, and our hooks here. When I removed the old hooks from my board, I made sure to scrape out all of the old Loctite to make sure that the threads were clear. So I'm going to take my T25 driver, get started with these screws. Okay, now that we have the fixed angle side installed, we're going to work on the adjustable side. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down on the board. We have our set screws loosened already. I'm going to take some more Loctite here. We're going to get this started, but not super tight just yet. Always being careful not to cross thread our screws. Now that we have the adjustable side screwed in, I'm going to take my T10 screwdriver and start to tighten these set hooks. All right, I'm happy with that tension. I'm going to take my T25 once again and tighten these up. Easy as that. So to get started here with our through hook style, we're going to take these screws, just get them started by hand. We're going to take our T10 and tighten these screws up. We don't need to get these all the way tight, probably just 3/4 of the way through or so. Once we have our screws inserted through the bottom of the board, we're going to take our hooks. I'm going to start with the fixed angle side. Put it on top of the screws, hold it in place, flip the board over, and tighten the screws, making sure that they're grabbing the fixed angle hook. Once the fixed angle's set, we're going to take our adjustable side, and we want to make sure that we loosen up our set screws so that there's room for the adjustable bar to move. We're going to put this in place. All right, we don't want to tighten these all the way either quite yet. So once we've got the screws from underneath set, we want to pull our board halves together. Now we're going to tighten this one up. Get the screw just right so that it's flush with our fixed angle screw. Then we're going to set. Once your hooks are tightened, you should be able to hold your board upside down without the board half separating, but should also be able to easily separate the halves with a gentle tap on your boot or on the ground. Now that we've got our hooks all set, we're ready to go snowboarding.